Alright gang, welcome back to our playthrough on Zielonka. You join me, now December, 9 a.m. A little bit of a later start than normal, but not too bad, just about an hour-ish. Sun's just now peeking up over there on the horizon, not too bad. I did move one of the harvesters back over to the other carrot field here. I'd like to get this carrot field fully harvested today. We will not... Whoa, I just did a... just did a jump. We will not get that field harvested today, even if we had both of them on there. So I'd like to get this one harvested, get it done and out of the way, then we can move all three over to the beet field, and hopefully get that done here with, if not this episode, the following one. More than likely the following one. But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. I also, down here at the bottom, some of the stuff that was being missed, I touched all of that up. I don't know if they're going to miss any more, but I did touch up the corners there and the awkward shape of the field a little bit to try to make it easier for them. A little bit more of a straight shot, I guess is what I'll say, right? Let's just leave that there for right now. The only other thing really to do today is to spray this field, and honestly, I would like to come over here, because we own this field here, but it's not ready to harvest or anything, it's still growing. But I'd like to make a field over here as well. That's really all we have left to do today. So not too bad, not a whole lot going on, really. Oh, I probably should fix that, shouldn't I? Alright, there we go. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everything's going well for you. Not too bad here, all things considered. I've been saying that a lot lately, but it's the truth. Not too bad, all things considered. Alright, we got one of the full grain tank here, so let's get down here to the end of this. We'll flip around and get this side done, and then we'll unload that. So it's probably going to be a lot of trips, at least for a little while, back and forth of unloading root crop products. But we can at least start doing an outline over there, and whenever one's full, right, we'll just make the trips back and forth as we have to. But that's really the only things we have to do today. Everything else we're just kind of waiting on. You know, we either have to harvest these two. Well, we have to harvest this two, not either. We have to harvest these two so we can actually have a field to put something in, create our field up here, or we're just literally waiting for something to be ready to harvest. That's kind of where we're at. That's the position we're in right now. So I think the best way to do this is to actually help our neighbor out and fertilize some of their field here and shrink down. It's really hard to see, though. That's the problem, right? I think it's about here would probably be good, but it's hard to see. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. I turned the damn engine off. There we go. And I'm about to look at it this way to really see. Yeah, like that, probably. I think that's probably sufficient. Yeah, we're getting it. Good. Good deal. It's just, you can't really see it because of the sun and the fog and everything this way, so... yeah. Just kind of have to look at it from this angle, really, to see what you're doing. A little bit of a cloudy day, obviously, so it's not as bright, but it is December, so you kind of expect that. Surprisingly, there's no snow in the immediate forecast here. That field is, man, that field is completely destroyed with weeds. Look at it. Good thing that's not our field. I think that's worse than our root crop field. Man, they did not do a good job keeping up with that field. Alright, that is done. Let's go ahead and fold that up. While that's doing that, let's go see if we can unload some more carrots. I think the beets are full too, probably, but... Bit of mildew on some of the crops there. A little bit of frost, whatever you want to call it. Might as well just go ahead and unload right here while we're here too, right? Might as well. Good deal. Let's go dump this. Now, eventually here soon, we're probably going to have to take one of them off of that field because they're going to start running into each other. That's not what we want. We're going to have so many root crops. It's going to take a long time just for the production to get through them. They might not even get through all of them, honestly. We may have to reconsider here at some point once we get a lot in there. Well, we got a lot in there now, but yeah, I think you get what I mean. Once we get to a point with the beets, especially the beet field, because it's so large. Once we get a ton of beets in there, we may be just, you know, killing ourselves and not making as much money because it won't be able to chew through it all in enough time. Quick save here, but let's show you what I'm talking about. We may actually even just max it out before we finish the harvest. So if we go to our production chains here, I mean, we're at 68,635 in carrots. We're about, I don't know, 1/3, 1/4 full incoming. So I would suspect, since that carrot field is much smaller than the red beet field, we may get to a point where it's maxed out. But I guess we'll find out. The nice thing is, eventually at some point, we'll probably be skipping months because we won't have anything to do. And when we do that, it'll hopefully chew through a lot more of the beets and the carrots, right? I'm going to set it over here because I suspect he's very near full. He is very near full. I mean, he's pretty much full now. So let's just go ahead and load him now. And then we can allow him to keep going. Just move that slightly out of the way. Good deal. Now, the other thing we really need to do today is we got to fertilize this field a second application. Otherwise, we're done. That's the only other things we had to do. So, let's go grab this. We'll head down there, fertilize that field a second time. And then it's just a matter of us creating that field, like I said, right? Just going to make our new field and just continue on the root crop train of just harvesting as many root crops as we possibly can. Now, as far as what I'm going to put in that field that we create up there, I don't know yet. It's going to be, I mean, it depends on how big I want to make it, I guess, but it could be a really, really big field. Our biggest field, honestly. It could be. Now, it will probably be some kind of cereal crop, I would think, more than likely. I could change my mind on that, but it's probably going to be a cereal crop. And we're underway. Now, this won't take long at all because of this arm, the boom arm on the sprayer here. It's a hefty one, and this is a hefty field, but, I mean, we're chugging through this at 16 miles an hour. This is nothing. So once again, it's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it. If it was a little bit brighter out, you probably could see it a lot better, but it's kind of hard to see where you've been, right? But, yeah. Just do the best we can, given the circumstances. Now, I think that we're hitting everything. I would think. We are. Good. Yeah, not too bad. Things are going well for the most part, like I said. Working on a little bit of the finite details for that new mini-series I'm going to come out with, leading up to FS22 I've mentioned, right? It's probably going to be... The first episode for it will probably be released 2 weeks from Saturday. Yeah, 2 weeks from Saturday, I think. I think that'll be the first one. If it's not, it'll be the following Saturday. But I think it'll be 2 weeks from Saturday, so... Tiny bit more of a sneak hidden peek to it. It is something... It's going to be difficult, and it's going to be on a smaller... Well, I say smaller. Not really necessarily a smaller map, but a map that has smaller fields. There's your other hint. It's the only other thing I'm going to give you until it comes out, I think. Well, I might give you one other one, actually. Just constantly just add a few tiny little teasers, you know, every few episodes here and there. For those of you that watch the whole episodes, you get a little bonus, right? A little bonus understanding. Now, this field, for whatever reason, you can see it's shaken. You can see, like, it's not probably the best quality. It is having a hard time rendering some of these fields. So, I apologize for that. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Maybe that's why I got a couple of negative dislikes. Probably is, honestly. But there's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately, because I'm on console. So... I mean, I can try, but there's not really a ton I can do. Right, let's jump at the cloths here. There you go. There's the little outdoor greenhouses being covered up there. Because it's winter now. Alright, we're up here. This is going to be a little bit more difficult than I expected. There are some trees kind of in the way here. So let's do a little, well, the best I can do for a bird's eye view here and see if we can figure out the best way to go about this. It's kind of hilly, too. It's really not the best field potential, but I think what we're going to end up doing here is kind of take this stream and kind of run around the edges here, right? Something like that. Awkward shape there, but this area here, we'd have to get rid of some of those trees before we really do anything there. It just would be too difficult, I think. So let's start down here and just see what kind of weird, awkward shape we make here. This will probably be pretty difficult for a worker to utilize, but it is what it is. We need to put another field in. So, if we have to do this one ourselves, we have to do this one ourselves. A lot of the other ones we have are pretty much rectangular or squared off, where it should be a lot easier for us just to throw a worker on that, right? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's... Okay, this is even worse now. I don't have access to that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, this is going to be a much smaller field than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. Ooh. And a little bit more of an awkward shape, too. Alright, can't even really tell off the mini-map either. Alright, a little bit further and then we're going to cut over. That's going to be a bit weird. Whoops! Alright, well that should work. It's going to be a little awkward down there, but this should work the rest of the way, as long as I just kind of keep this mostly straight here. Okay, that was not straight. Oh, gosh. I have made an absolute mess of this, haven't I? Oh, oh boy. I need to go this way. Oh boy. Alright, this one should work now. Man, that is a disaster. I'm embarrassed by that. Oh. This episode, or this series, this map, I guess, is not going to plan at all. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was terrible. Way to go, Z. That was terrible, buddy. Well, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll just know to kind of turn up there where this track is that I'm making going this way, right? We know for a fact that's our boundary, so don't worry about the rest of that. It's just gonna look a little weird on the map and everything else, right? But not a whole lot I can do about it now. Too late now. Maybe it'll let me put some grass down. Like I can just, you know, paint it. I spend a little extra money, unfortunately. Waste a little money, I guess. But that's probably going to have to be the way we do that to try to fix that, touch that up a little bit. That it did not go to plan at all. Holy cow. That's terrible. This is a much smaller field than I anticipated. If we get rid of those trees, they definitely could be a lot larger. And maybe we will get rid of those trees before we put anything in here. Actually, I probably will. Given the fact that what I thought I could go to, clearly I could not go to. And I screwed this all up. This is going to cost an expensive amount of money. I mean, that's about the best I'm going to be able to do, I think. It's not going to let me go the rest of the way. Even though it let me take the cultivator into there, it's not going to let me do anything else, so. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. That's our new little boundary, but it's going to look so weird on here. It's going to have a little section here, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it now. I mean, I screwed up, but everybody makes mistakes, right? That was definitely one of them. So let me get the rest of these unloaded here, and we'll get the rest of that field cultivated up, and I'll probably just chop down the trees now. I don't know really what I'm going to be able to do with the trees. I don't really have anything for trees at all right now. So I don't know what I'll be able to do with them, but I'll figure something out, I guess. So let me get everything caught up here. Let me get that field cultivated up, and we'll be done. All right, that wasn't perfect, but I think we ended up with a decent-sized field here, gang. This is a lot bigger than we kind of initially anticipated because we got rid of those trees. That definitely helped. We'll gloss over that little section over there. You guys saw nothing, but not too bad. We did have to back up one of the harvesters over there because the carrots are nearly done now, so that's good. We said we wanted to complete the carrots today, and it looks like we're going to be able to accomplish that. We need to get something put in the ground here. And then we'll have to go over there and cultivate up the carrot field. So I'm actually just going to take this over towards the carrots because we should be getting very close to finishing those if we haven't already. So there's no reason for me to put this away when we're going to need it here in a few seconds anyway. All right, we're on our way back there. Filled up the the hopper here as well with seed. Just get it full. And looks like one of our other harvesters over there on the root crops are full again, so we're going to have to take care of that here soon. What are we going to put in? We put soybeans in this field, right? So, let's do canola. And we're underway. So since I chopped those trees down so low, it shouldn't be a big issue. Honestly, we should be able to just harvest over those and drill over those without any major issues. But if there is, we'll have to do our little trick where we just kind of lift up the drill or the harvest header and then drop it back down immediately, and it'll harvest it that way. Now, we just did a long time-lapse for this, so I probably won't put another time-lapse in here. Maybe I will, I don't know. But I probably won't put another time-lapse in here at this point. No, maybe. But I don't plan to, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Looks like lots of them are full over there, so we probably just need to get around the headland here, throw this on a worker quick, and go unload those. So they can continue to work, because we're just wasting money letting them sit there and not do anything, right? You know, my voice sounds slightly different. I don't know if it does or not, but admittedly, I'm doing this on a different day. I started working on this episode on one day and then didn't get it finished, and I'm doing this on another day. So that might be why my voice might change a little bit. I don't know if it did or not, but it may sound a little bit differently. I'm doing this at a different day. So I just drived right over that. Fantastic. Way to go, Z. Oh well, at least it's just a corner. At least I didn't lose that much crop. Alright, let's, well, the worker's going to have an issue with these tree stumps, even though they're there. But we can drive right over them, so we'll see how it goes. Let me, get into this so we can get these unloaded quickly, so we can keep going. Obviously, I started the other worker here, on the beets, since the, carrots is small enough now that they're run into each other. Alright, that one's unloaded. I'm just going to unload this one, whatever's in here. Might as well, since we're at 71%, and then we can just go dump this into our production. And then we'll have to get the carrots just after this, because you can see them from there. See it from here that it is not working, so got to get that one as well. Alright, beets should be good for a little bit. Let's get these dumped into the production. Let's go get the carrots, get those dumped, and we'll take over for the worker doing the drilling. And hopefully, the worker didn't have any issues with the tree stump. But if it did, we'll have to just do some touch-up work, right? All right, carrots are unloaded. I'm gonna let him keep going. I'm probably just gonna let him finish the rest of the carrots here, and then we'll take them up there. There's not much left in the carrots, so if these guys get full before then, they get full before then. Let me take over for the worker here. Kind of hard to see with the sun here, where I've been versus where I haven't. Looks like... Well, no he didn't. I was going to say, it looks like he went the whole way, but no he didn't. You can see it right there. Once I do this angle, it's much easier to tell the differences between what's been drilled and hasn't. So, we're going to have to touch that up. But that's not bad. If that's the only portion that he didn't do, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think I'm going to do another partial headland pass here. Those rocks are kind of annoying to turn around on, so I think I'm just going to do another one, and then we'll start doing our traditional up and downs. So tell you what, even though I said we weren't going to do it, let's put a little mini time lapse in. Let's get this done real quick. Yeah, let's get it done. Alright, that's pretty much it there, gang. I hit the microphone there. I apologize. I just want to make sure that the worker didn't miss doing anything else because of trees. I think it looks like they got everything else, though. Yeah, we're going to call it done. If there was a little bit of a missed portion, well, nothing we can do about it now. So, the carrot field's done, as you can see. So I've got all three of them on the beets. Eventually, they are going to run into each other on the beets as well. But for now, it should be sufficient. We'll probably end up selling one of those root crop harvesters, so we only have two. Because realistically, I'm only going to run one field for root crops. I don't know if it'll be that field or not that we put soybeans in, but likely that one, if it is going to be one. So two should be plenty. Because I think at this point we have plenty of root crops in our production, and I'm concerned we may not get through all of it, like I mentioned, right? So that's kind of where we're at on that, but with that, we're going to leave the episode there, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free, and it helps me out a ton. Check my other channel out if you want to. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers there. I'm trying to get that one built up to 1,000 as well, and do a lot of different games on that one. A lot of shooters and hack and slash Dynasty Warrior stuff as well. So if you're interested in any of that, give it a follow. I'd appreciate it greatly. Yep, with that, we'll leave it there, gang. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.